So, if you're still watching, keep watching. Yes. Anyways, how do you spend your alone time? Just your like reflection time, or just you time?
I'm always in my head, like a lot. So especially just right now in this season. Wow, that was a really bad contour on my nose. Especially just right now in this season, I actually hate spending alone time because I'm just so in my head about like stuff that like I should not be in my head about. So my alone time would literally be me in my room playing worship music, and it starts off with me like cleaning my room or doing something that I'm actually supposed to be doing, and then I just kind of like stop midway, and I sit on my rug and I just talk. That's my alone time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds beautiful.
I just talk.
Okay, so we are gonna go towards, I guess, some questions that might get you in trouble, but I don't think they're gonna get you in trouble. But if they are gonna get you in trouble, they'll be edited out. If you were looking for someone, what qualities do you want them to have?
I'm gonna say the most cliche thing. I want them to be God-fearing. I want them to be God-fearing. I would want them to love Christ way more than they love me. And I would really want them to be driven. Those are like, I feel like the top three things: God-fearing, focused, and driven.
Okay, and now do you feel like you have those qualities?
I do. I feel like I try to be as... No, I fear God. Don't get me wrong. I fear God. Like, I'm scared of him. In the most loving way. In the most, like, I respect him so much.
Way.
Yeah. And I do feel like I'm focused. And I do feel like I'm driven. Like, I have a passion in this life. So, yeah.
Okie dokie. Next question. The next question, brought to you by me, is your favorite. I know you're looking for this question. She's excited.
I am, because I finally get to explain myself.
Oh my goodness. What is the difference between courting and dating?
Let me start off with the fact that neither are in the Bible. Let me start off with the fact that courting and dating are both man-made constructs. There's no such thing as courting and dating in the Bible. So literally, I was actually thinking about this earlier this morning, and I was like,
I really feel like I sent her these questions like maybe a month ago, and this is the one question she was really excited about. Play. Okay, go ahead.
I was thinking about this earlier this morning, and I was like, because there's no rules and guidelines like for us Christians really in the Bible about dating and courting, or at least like revelation that I just haven't gotten, it's really hard to like know what to do in this day and age as like young people that are like wanting to get married. So it's like where are we supposed to get our rules from? And then like the Holy Spirit was just kind of like, me, like if you're gonna do whatever it is that you're gonna do, then it's gonna be through me. And like, so what's the difference? Okay, that was the original question.
I was like, so what's the difference?
I guess like dating is like you're talking to other people and it's not as serious. I don't really think that whenever you're dating someone, you're like working, I guess, towards a relationship, and then when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be working towards courting. And I feel like courting is more serious. It's like driven by y'all's intention of wanting to marry through Christ. Because I don't know of any other like religion besides Christianity that courts. So yeah, I feel like that's the difference between dating and courting. Dating is more chill. Like courting is like we're actually serious. Like your decisions now are going to affect us in marriage.
Okay. So would you think like since you said dating is chill, would you think that's like the talking stage of this generation?
Yes.
So
dating is the talking phase.
Okay, so dating is for fun, right? These are your words.
Yes.
And I guess so is talking.
Yeah, talking is definitely for fun.
Should somebody be very loyal when they're talking to somebody, or like in the talking phase, as like on Twitter you see it all the time, I'm loyal even in the talking stage. So if it's not as serious, it's more like trying to get to know you.
I'm gonna talk about this one socially, because no. I feel like it's just like, I feel like it's not smart to assume that you're serious with someone that hasn't vocally said, we are this. You should literally assume everything as a friendship until someone actually opens their mouth and says, I want to commit to this relationship because I want to work towards something. So up until that man says anything, girl, you're single. You're single. That's not your man.
My man is your man is.
God forbid. God forbid. My man is my man. Your man is your man.
Okay. Are you dating, or this man dates, so she does not date? If you were pursuing somebody, I'm trying to like reword these. Would it be just for fun or marriage? Or if somebody's pursuing you, would you want to pursue her?
Because I don't pursue anyone besides Christ.
So there's the crown upon her head.
Yes, ma'am.
So if somebody was pursuing you, would it be just for fun? Would you entertain it for fun, or just be like, are we gonna get married?
I feel like after a few interactions with that person, you kind of know what they want with you,
Mm-hmm.
And if you have discernment, then it's just so easy to like weed out what that person is wanting. And it also kind of just has to go back with what you're wanting. Like if you're a Christian and you're not necessarily wanting to get married in like a couple of years or whatever, and someone comes at you and they're just wanting to have fun, it's okay to pursue a friendship with that person,
A friendship.
A friendship.
Okay.
And I mean friendship. I don't mean like it's okay to like talk to them. I mean like if they're coming at you and they're wanting some other stuff or whatever, like explicit stuff, as a Christian, then you know what to do. But if they're just wanting to like be friends with you, then I don't see the harm in like being friends.
Let's be friends. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Next question. What is some advice that you can give for the singles out here in these streets and stuff?
Be focused on you. If you're single, like the Bible even says something about like, it's better to be single because then you have more time to like serve God and do all his works, whereas like married people, their focus is like on their spouse, their children, and then
dogs.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So like in your single phase, like do you, boo, like make decisions that are for you, because there's essentially like no one else.
She winked. She doesn't have her lashes on, but she did wink. She went like that.
Yeah. That's the advice I would give.
Okay, what would you like? What is some advice that you would give women, and some advice that you would give like men
in their single phase?
In their single phase, and if they're trying to like pursue somebody.
Okay, I feel like those are two different. Okay, let me break it down. Women in our single phase, I would say, be really, really focused on, actually men and women in our single phase, be really, really focused on finding your purpose. Think that it's really important for you to somewhat know what God's purpose over your life is before you like meet someone. So finding your purpose is a big one. And then have something that you're doing in your single phase. Because I remember like last year I made a promise to God and I was like, I'm not going to get into a relationship this year. And granted, I didn't get into a relationship last year, but I just so happened to like just fall really, really hard for someone too. And I feel like I was focused on more of like, oh, this is what I can't do, that I wasn't really focused on, this is what I can do in the meantime while I'm not doing this. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I would definitely say men and women, have something that you're focused on that doesn't keep you from wondering like, oh, when is this going to come? Or when am I going to be able to do this with this person? Just find something that you really love. Which is funny enough, when You by Burn actually started the YouTube, Instagram account, and I like actually started like doing makeup like with tags, because I was like, this is what I'm focused on, so that's where my focus went on, and that helped me a lot. Now, the pursuing portion for men and women, talk to God before you decide that you want to fall in love with this man. Because when God is like, nah, and you're like, yeah, I don't really know what you're going to do then. Like, I actually have no idea.
Get ready for some, like, humbling honesty.
Humbling, and it's going to break your heart. Like, you're going to cry because you're thinking this is my end all be all. And God is like, this isn't even your beginning, so.
So talk to God.
Yes.
Any other tips?
While pursuing someone, talk to God before you actually decide to make that commitment. And another one is be equally yoked. Is a really big one. Be equally yoked.
Don't compromise. I'm sorry. I'm going to put something in there too. Do not compromise.
Don't compromise.
Do not settle.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
From like the conference that I went to, winter conference, shout out to crew. It was about healthy dating that turns into healthy. I know you don't like dating, whatever. Healthy dating that turns into healthy marriage.
Yeah.
For the girls, do not manipulate these men because they are weak.
What do you mean manipulate them?
Okay, so
Woman to woman. Woman to woman.
it's just like, I feel like sometimes when women or girls, whatever you want to say, they see like a guy likes them, and sometimes, I don't think guys are weak, but they are sometimes. Yeah, they are sometimes. So it's just like a bat of the eye kind of thing, and he'll literally do anything for you, and then you start like manipulating and like wrongfully like flirting with them, kind of like leading them on.
So you don't really like them?
Yeah, so you don't really like them, but you just know like, oh, I can get like a free meal out of him.
Oh God.
Or like free rides.
Y'all don't feel bad about doing that?
Huh?
I've never, like, I just feel bad. I feel like karma is gonna hit me.
Exactly, so do not manipulate men.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
if you're not interested, do not manipulate them. Do not lead them on just to like entertain your like boredness or anything like that.
Or, you know what? I don't like relate with the whole, like using them for stuff, just because I got it on my own. But I can say, like, personally, sometimes I just really like the attention. Like, I'm not gonna like lead. I guess this is leading you on because I really like the attention. Like, I'm not gonna like mooch off of you, but I just want you to text me. Like, I might not reply, but like, I just like sometimes I really like the attention that I get. Like, oh, like I still got it going on.
I still got it.
Like, that's just so sick. But I will like that was a struggle of mine at one point.
Yeah.
I love the attention.
Don't do it for attention either. So, and then like for men, I guess intentionality, like if you're really trying to pursue somebody, like be intentional about it. Don't leave her like
how can they be intentional?
How can they be intentional? It was more like when you were talking about if you're really trying to pursue somebody, say it, voice it, like,
oh yeah,
I'm really just trying to like start this relationship with you, like I can see us doing blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Instead of just like maybes, like instead of just saying, oh, like my homie's not over, like you should come over tonight, we can like order pizza. Say instead, I want to take you on a date on so and so at blah blah blah, and then I feel like that's more intentional. Yeah. Like, there's no second guessing, like, because the girls will be like, oh, is it a date? Oh my gosh, is it a date? And it's just like, I don't know, I think so. And then that's when assumption starts coming in, and then miscommunication starts coming in, and then she'll be acting like all girlfriendy, and then he'll be like, nah, like, man, my homie just wasn't over. So it's just like, it just.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay, but literally it's better to be more intentional than leave a girl guessing kind of thing. And for those like fierce women out there that, you know, take the first move or anything like that, be intentional as well. Just be like, do you feel me or not? And then go about your business. And that's my advice, is don't manipulate people for the girls and be intentional for the guys.
You know, I was just thinking in my head while you were talking about that, I was like, who is going out there like that. But then again, I know that we're in the 21st century. But my mindset is just like, ew, that's disgusting. Like, I'm not doing that. And then I
pursuing the guy first.
Yeah, but then I thought about Ruth and Boaz, and although that scenario is so beautiful, and everyone's like, "Where's my Boaz?" Ruth definitely went into Boaz's like where he slept or whatever, and she like got cuddled up under him. You have to like read the story, but like
I have never read this story.
yeah,
So
it says something about like she basically went to where he was sleeping and got in the bed, and I was like, and that thought literally just came in my mind. I was like, that's interesting.
Intentional.
She knew what she wanted.
She knew what she wanted, and she went and got it. Boaz could have been like, nah. And then she would have been like, cool, I'll see you on the fields.
Yeah.
And they could have kept it moving, honestly. So that's just my advice on this matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any more questions for Bernice. Do you have any questions for me?
Are you looking?
No.
You're not. Why?
Why am I not looking for a relationship?
Correct.
Oh my goodness. Well, I just started this blog, and I feel like that's a lot of time towards the blog. And I just committed my life to Christ, so I feel like it just like totally get in the middle of that. Like my attention will go towards Him instead of like pursuing God, like actively pursuing God every single day. I'll be thinking about Him and smile and stuff like that. So I don't have time for that.
Thanks, Beat by Bird.